tell my boss that, and they're like, "We can give you some more time." I was like, "Thank you," because I don't want to be fucking homeless in the wintertime in Michigan. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
All right, I think we're ready to get started.
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right.
Um, so before we do start, the two level 2 spells I took are Invisibility and Misty Step.
Nice.
So I need to do that right fast.
It's all good. I'll let you guys know this is sort of a big foreshadowing session. So, because I know we're gonna have a break next week because we're down with players, so we can talk about either doing one shot or maybe just having a little bit of a break. But we do have like I think break or a one session or two session break. That depends. I think two session.
Two. Yeah, I don't get back to the end of the month.
Yeah, so a two session break. So we can maybe do a two shot, but we'll see. So this will just be a bit of setting up everything. I know you guys have just leveled up to level 5, which is exciting. So we'll see. Recap. You guys had just officially started this revolution. I think that was the last thing that you guys had said you're going to strive for doing. And since we took a 2-week break, let's say 2 weeks have passed inside the game.
Ooh.
So, what was everybody doing for those 2 weeks?
Well, I got Victor a new look.
Yeah, you did. I made a new token, so.
Oh, sick. Well, got a new look. Do you have the
Oh,
picture?
you're more smarmy.
Yeah, dude. Am I down there? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He looks a lot more evil. But, um, let's say for Victor, he spent time in the city negotiating with people and getting his name out so that he can have more connections.
Okay, what specific connections were you looking to make?
So I would say the specific kind of connections that he's looking to make are connections regarding trade
Okay.
to other places so that he could possibly reconnect with old acquaintances of his.
All right. And then, do you have any money making things that you're trying to do? Or is it you just
Mm,
solely get into the connections?
I have gotten into the reselling business.
The reselling.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe finding some things and selling some things. You dig, dog?
I got you. I see, I see. All right. So, yeah, you made some new connections, specifically in trade. Um, I'll get back to you on who those specifically are and what they do. All right, let's start. Just go down the list. What was Andre doing?
Maybe we'll come to Andre last. I got a lot. I'm trying to figure out.
Okay. I know Loken. I already kind of know what Loken's doing, but if you want to tell everybody else
For me or for
Yeah.
Andre?
what Loken was doing.
Loken was diving into the books he stole or borrowed from the library at the gala. Most notably, he got a one based around the Forge Heart and like the dwarves that created it and kind of their history.
Yeah. Do you want to share that book with everybody? And that's just me putting the link inside.
Yeah. Loken would share his knowledge.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you actually read the book because I did type up a little bit of a book. But
Oh, I read it.
okay. Do you have anything you want to share from it?
I think I'll just let everyone else kind of get their own opinion on it. I don't know what I'd like want to say.
All right.
But-
Yeah. So you found. I can summarize a little bit of what the book says. The book is just a brief telling of the society that happens in Vindor, and some history about it, and particularly how to get there, as well as some maps. All right. What was Kel up to?
I think Kel was trying to peddle his wares.
Okay.
With the shoot, what are they called? The good guys.
The order.
The order, yeah, because we were holed up in there, right, by the end.
Yep.
So yeah, he tried to to sell some starter packages to a lot of them. Holding conferences, little get-togethers where we can hang out, drink some wine, and we can discuss business opportunities.
All right. Do you want to roll persuasion? See how
Sure.
successful you were.
Let's see. Roll the big one.
And let me pull up your.
Ooh. Oh my god. So that's a 24.
Ooh. Okay. 1 second. Let me pull up your
Skill
business
expert.
plan here.
Oh yeah, right. I sent that to you.
Yeah. So with a 24, I'm gonna say you sold 9 basic packages, 7 grand packages, and 3 premium packages.
Alrighty. Do some math and see what that actually ends up being for me. Because of course I gotta pay the higher ups. They gotta get their cut.
Well, I'd say it's a pretty good haul for being holed up in a place for 2 weeks. And then what was Vaughn doing? I know we left Vaughn off with a new spear.
Yeah, I got that sexy spear. More like yeah, straight down. Here's the situation. I am fomenting revolt at every opportunity I can. I am publishing books. I just reading over Duty and Exodus. I decided I'm gonna publish a book called One Should Not Destroy a Book by Vondalis von Werner, volumes 1 and 2. I'm gonna leave it up to you, Chuck. Maybe 3 volumes. 1, 2, and 3.
Always have
And
a
one of the
trilogy.
volumes is published by one of the volumes is written by Jake.
Okay.
I'll let you decide which pivotal piece of literature was written by him. But so I was doing that, and then I was also like collecting like variety of supplies. So I burned through my oil and my perfume and stuff like that. But I'd probably also be making bull roarers, which are this like instrument. I can send a video of it that are basically it's like a plank of wood attached to a rope, and you spin the plank of wood, and it lets out this kind of like really weird like whoa 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 tonality.
Okay.
So I am making a lot of bull roarers, and I had this thought earlier, so tell me, you know the drill.
Yeah.
Fitting these bull roarers, some of the bull roarers with like sacks of this like oil and perfume mixture that I made last time, so that way when they're spun, it like releases. It's like basically a circular flamethrower. Just putting it out there.
A circular.
Just putting it out.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna need. I wish there's some sort of inventor's check. I'm
An
gonna.
inventor's check.
I'm gonna need some. I mean, just a straight intelligence save. I'll say. This is an intelligence.
If you need me to go to somebody to like buy it, I will do that as well. But
because it sounds like a very simple mechanism and how you described it to me. It's a piece of rope with wood on it that just flings oil everywhere.
Yeah.
So I think a very like a DC 10. A DC 10 just save, and we'll say these are effective in what they do.
How about a 7? 7. So I got a 7. So it we'll see,
It's
right?
work in
I guess.
progress. It's still prototype.
Yeah, it's working.
It's like the bomb in the church.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we gonna get
Yeah,
some
yeah,
honor for this
okay.
level?
Oh god. I can get in there. I can get in there for sure.
All right. Anything else that you were doing? And then, what was the intent with the books? Were they like manifestos or pamphlets?
So last we had talked, tell me if my notes are wrong here, but last we had talked there was like a part of the city that was being constructed by dwarves.
Yep.
That was like dwarven architecture and stuff like that. So the idea with one should not destroy a book is that this is text that like these dwarves would recognize, and like philosophy that these dwarves would recognize, and it would be like propaganda to tear down the morale of these dwarves.
Okay. Let's make another persuasion check to see how well these books were written. You
Okay.
can roll 2, and I'll roll 1 for Jake.
Okay, perfect. Here we go. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Persuasion. Come on. I got a 20, dirty 20, and I got a nat 20. So,
Okay, so the first book is received extremely well. A lot of people, a lot of dwarves especially, read this book and are intrigued by the philosophy given out. They're
Yeah.
still on the fence about taking action, but the thought is placed inside their mind. And they're
Okay.
seriously considering it. The second book, written by Jake,
Okay.
total nosedive,
Oh, no.
written by a kindergartner. He got a 7.
Okay.
So people
Takes after his father.
Yeah, just complete nonsense. Loses the plot entirely. The third book, however, with that nat 20, brings it home.
Okay.
So you have caused disruption inside the dwarven community, and new ideas are starting to be formed independently of your book that
Okay.
would align with what you're trying to do.
Perfect.
All right.
People are like, that second book, he must have used a ghostwriter or something.
Ye old chat GPT, right?
Yeah.
All right, and then Andre.
All right. I have 2 questions before. The first is, did I think what was it, Vaughn and Kel, when you guys were in that meeting after it, I mean after everything, did you or would you have told us like who was there essentially?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I would have tried to describe the people as best I could. Yeah.
Okay. And how does everyone feel about that racist dwarf? Like, do we need him around, or you guys are like, well, he's super racist, so.
Yeah, we don't like
'Cause-
him.
Because
No, we don't.
essentially, Andre. So, if after the like that first night he gets the information, I'm gonna Andre would try to essentially cut out the source and send some guards with himself to try and get 1 to 2 or as many of these like ringleaders as he can.
Okay.
Within the first couple days, like before they kind of can get a full grasp on the situation as, oh shit, like no, they're getting ready now, we need to get fully ready. He would try and get a couple of them to kind of cut a few of the areas off while also sending some messaging to his headquarters of like, hey, so here's what happened with Green Seed. They essentially created an abomination of him and other soldiers that were there, requesting like a blockade of the bay and like extra forces essentially as soon as possible.
Okay. So with the capturing of the consortium, I'm gonna need some intimidation rolls, and then I'm gonna say make 8 because there's 8 people.
All right. First one is a 14.
Okay.
Second one is a 17.
Okay.
Third one is a 4.
Okay.
Fourth one is a nat 20 for a total of 22.
Okay.
Fifth one is a 15.
Okay.
Sixth one is a 6.
Okay.
Seventh one is an 8.
Gotcha.
And the eighth one is an 18.
Gotcha. Okay. So, this is who you managed to capture. You managed to capture Sebastian Fortissimo. He's a spice trader and a cultural imperialist. You also managed to capture with a nat 20 Timothy Garthen, who was the leader of this, like, the ball, and he got everything going. With that nat 20, he is at the precinct, being held. The other ones are just like under house arrest.
They wouldn't stay under house arrest for long for what Andre's gonna do in a second.
Okay, I'll say with those roles, they're under house arrest though.
Okay.
So they're like contained. They are contained.
All right. Well, I mean, I was gonna put them to death, but you know, cool, fine.
Okay. Well, let's. You have Ava Colley, who was the drunk member, violently drunk, and she hoards a great fortune. And then you have Dale Linger, who basically is big inside of the hospitality industry in Ancora Bay. Now, you want to kill some people.
I mean, first off, the way Andre sees it, they created Abomination, so they're essentially using black magic and shouldn't be allowed to live regardless.
Okay.
Second, he's not really the best when it comes to leadership. He's never done it before, so he's like, well, and he'd probably sit there with the rest of the party like, well, here's the thought, like, if we put them to death now, it'll serve as a, you know, this is what happens to you if you try to practice black magic and / do anything. And he'd throw the racist dwarf guy in there just, you know, because.
Okay, I'm gonna open up to the party then. You guys are gonna have a discussion about this. Are you?
Yeah, he would.
Are you putting? And I'll just say the names again. The ones that you have the ability to kill. Sebastian Fortissimo, the spice trader and the cultural imperialist. Timothy Garnett, the real estate head. Ava Colley, hoards a great fortune, and Dale Linger, head of the hospitality industry in Ancora Bay. Would you like to put those people to death immediately? Or however Andre would like to do.
Can we get a little bit devious here? Can we?
I mean, Andre's open to what he's just. This would be like on the, I don't know, the second week, the fourth day or something. He'd be like, listen, you know, he'd get everyone gathered up and be like, you know, get you into his office and go, all right, so here's what we've done over the past, you know, I know you guys have been out doing your own thing. This is what I've been able to accomplish. I'm still waiting to hear from headquarters. We've been working on securing our position, training. If able, the other thing I was going to do was try and get that ex-order lady and her, like, boss, who was, like, an artificer, building stuff. I was going to try and get them in to, like, conscript them to make weaponry or something. Otherwise, in the meantime, yeah, so he'd be like, this is what I've got. I've got these few people under house arrest. They've essentially broken every law through my order by practicing black magic and bringing forth this abomination of not only members of my order, but a high-ranking member. And on top of that, this is a good way to, you know, gather, you know, they have, you know, he'd explain, like, they have resources we can take as well with their death. But, you know, I'd like a second opinion before I push this forth, and that's why I gathered you here.
So my first thought was, can we break one of them out of jail, and then like secret them away safely and use them as our way to get to Corella, and you see what I'm saying? Like, kind of trick them by one of us freeing them into thinking that we're friends, and then using that to our advantage, perhaps later outside of Ancora Bay, or perhaps with Corella. Just thoughts.
But they practiced black magic. Why would they could practice it again?
We could kill them afterward. lizards. I'm not opposed to that, but like we've got a bigger job to do, which is to rid Ancora of Corella and her schemes. So, getting her to us is obviously she being the like biggest practicer of black magic, right? Uh, you don't want to chop off all the snake's legs before you chop off the head. You know what I mean?
Snakes don't have legs, though. I don't understand.
Maybe the snakes you're hanging out with, brother. I don't know about you.
Oh, you must be talking about those Eastern. Yeah, I've heard of those things with the
They're called
17
lizards. I'm
legs. And,
sorry,
yeah.
lizards. Lizards. You guys
He-
feel me though, right?
He's like, he kind of looks at Victor like, this is your forte usually. What do you say?
So, in my experience in these events, I'm inclined to lean with Vaughn. I do know, Andre, with your order, your word is your oath, and your oath is your power, and I have no intention to strip you of that. But, in the event that we can learn something from them and gain something from them, I believe this is the most opportune event to do so, especially because they are so high ranking. Now, if they are to escape from prison, I do believe that they don't have to be alive for long, if that is what you're worried about. But all in all, I have no reason to want to keep them alive if we do, as a group, decide that we just put them down immediately. What do you guys think?
I vote no for putting them to death. I agree that they've abused their powers, and I think they were not out for the best interest in Ancora Bay. And I agree that someone did raise an abomination of your dear friend Greenseed, but was it specifically them, or are they just part of the ringleaders? I guess I'm trying to say is who was the actual one using the black magic while they were just using it for their gains? But
Kel, you're a black magic user to some degree.
Well, I wouldn't call it that per se.
Magic user, my bad.
But-
Sorry.
Yes. I mean, obviously, what the magic that was done could very much be seen as heretical, especially in your eyes. Definitely a social faux pas in most cultures. But I think Loken said it best. These folks that we have, how much involvement did they have in the actual ritual or magical part of the whole thing? Obviously, they had their hands in it, but in business, we like to deal with a little thing that we call collateral, and to be able to use these officials as bargaining chips could be very beneficial, especially considering it feels that we're very outnumbered when it comes to the collective.
After listening to all of you, Andre kind of nods. You see him take some paper and you see him start to write some stuff, looks over at you guys, kind of covers what he's writing, finishes, slides it under some other paperwork. All right, per your counsel, I will not put them to execution. Instead, I can't keep my men out there in the city for too long with everything that's going on. I'll get these other pieces of paper signed and notified, and I'll remove their titles and their wealth from them. That's the best I can do right now, other than the ones we have already. And we'll begin the inquiry process for Timothy. Feel free to go about your day. He kind of will let you guys shuffle out as some guards walk in and get paperwork that he has them go to do.
Stay in the room while everybody else leaves.
Okay, I'm out. Great, sounds good.
I'll leave as well.
So, Andre, I first of all, I need to roll my portent die. Forgot about that. I got a 9 and a 1.
9 to
Ooh,
1.
that one could be handy.
Somebody's gonna fail today.
Somebody's gonna fail hard. So I'm
So-
assuming. Oh, sorry. Go on. Go for it. Go for it.
So, Andre, we've been in here for 2 weeks now. I've learned a bit about Ancora Bay. I've gone about, I made some connections funding our trip. And I appreciate that you ask of our council, and I would ask of yours now as well. We obviously have very different, shall we say, viewpoints on life. But I ask, is your oath really all that you bring power from?
You kind of see him like look for a second. I don't understand the question. What do you mean?
So, well, man to man here, I'm very different from you, and I bring my power from, well, tricks and doodads and sparkling and all that kind of stuff, you know? But yours is more of a divine power. Is that divine power that's asking you to put these people down?
Oh no, that's divine power. No, that's just the law. They've practiced black magic in some capacity, or were, albeit, indebted to it. Therefore, they must be put down. It's not. He kind of looks down to his sword, and then looks back at you. He's like, I don't. That's not so much divine punishment. That's just more law and order.
I see. I'm just curious. I, don't know much about you still. And maybe we should get drinks sometime. Talk about our lives before this.
He kind of he nods. He kind of stands up and nods, walks over, pats you on the back. He's like, "Yes, when this is all done, we will. But if it helps, it's for the same reason I don't put Kel to the death right now. His magic is useful, so he has a purpose.
I
They
see.
don't really anymore. But you've all made a good point that they can be useful in a capacity. So for now, I shall."
Alright. That's all I wanted to say, and I'll leave the room.
Yeah, as you leave, a couple guards walk in. You hear Andre kind of close the door and then start barking orders through it to go have these people's wealth removed and whatnot, and their titles removed.
Okay. That process will happen overnight, and those people will be put in the most secure prison that you have access to. Basically means no magic can be used inside of it, as well as the material that these cells are made out of are extremely tough and durable. So they're not going anywhere, or they're not getting out by any magical means.
Sounds about right.
All right. Is everybody gonna go to bed?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah.
Andre would probably be up a little late, but yeah, eventually he'll get to bed.
Great.
Oh fuck! I am rolling in dough, so I want to go get some shrimp bread if the place is not shut down, and give it to Rick.
Shrimp bread is totally good. You can go there.
Nice.
How much does it cost again?
I think it was 5 silver, if I'm correct. Maybe a bit more. We'll say.
I think it was 5 silver for the normal one, but then you can get the bigger one for
the combo or the
Yeah, I don't remember the cost of that one though.
I think that was 10.
Okay, 10 silver, so a gold piece. I'm gonna get 3 of them for Rick, and I'm just gonna load him up.
Okay. I'll say Rick is at the precinct. 10 men were ordered to carry him because he would have been too slow. So they all just lifted him and above his head, and they all ran across the city to drop him off. And he's currently in a room, just like a big room, like a conference room. And they just snuck him in and threw him in there.
Wow.
There's like a mage in the corner just casting reduce every day.
All right. If everybody goes to bed, we got some dream
Yeah.
sequences to go to, and I believe Victor is up first. Victor, do you want everybody to see your dream?
Yeah, I got nothing to hide.
Cool. All right. You awake in this magical Fey garden. Bright lights everywhere, very fluorescent in nature. And this massive dragon sits in this pond as it's curled up in the water and poking out and kind of lurching in front of you with its mouth maybe about a couple feet away from you. And it sits there, and this is the dragon of past, present, and future. This dragon kind of holds the domain over any divination magic that anybody possesses. And since you are a new diviner, it's bringing you to it to ask some questions about the nature of why you want to get into divining.
Hello.
This old and ancient voice just like rings throughout your head. Hello, Victor.
Yes. What is your name, dear dragon?
I am the dragon of past, present, and the future.
Can I ask why I'm here?
It seems you've picked up some new magic. Magic that has the power to change the fates of many.
All right, I did do that.
I've brought you here to my realm of time where everything happens and everything goes through me. Those who wish to change it will ask of me to do so. First off, do you have any questions?
Yes, I do for you. Dragon of past, present, and future. How old are you? How long have you been doing this?
How
I've never heard
old
of
is the world to you?
Don't know. How old is the world, dragon?
I exist for everybody personally. I was created when you were born to watch over your timeline.
I'm sorry. I've had many life-altering experiences in the past 2 weeks, and this is another one. Okay. So, you've been watching over me. Not to be a bit aggressive, but why did you let a lot of the things that happened to me happen to me then?
So that it would get you here.
My brain isn't big enough for this dragon.
All those versions you saw, I proceed over them as well.
So, there's a version of me that's still doing what I want to do?
There's infinite versions of you doing what this one wants to do.
Okay.
I have many
Like
other
rules?
names. The infinite-headed dragon.
Oh.
Ouroboros, that's another one that people like to call me by.
Okay.
You're the one who
That
got into
take me some-
divination magic, not me.
You alright? I didn't know I had a dragon watching over me. It's kind of daunting. Have you seen everything I've done? 'Cause I've done a lot of bad things.
I've seen everything. You can't comprehend what everything is.
Can't. And that scares me. What happens next?
Well, I'm gonna show you some stuff. Just to, like, make sure you're good with sticking with diviner magic.
Okay.
But first, and he brings up his white claw, and he just caresses your face, creating that scar that is now on your face, that runs down your eye, and not blood that falls out, but this mana-like energy that flows throughout, showing different times in your life, bleed out of you.
What are you doing to me?
Hold on, I'm not done yet. And then he shows you the past, the present, and the future. The past, he shows you the dealings on that got your team sabotaged. Faces are obscured, since you do not know. But you know exactly where it happened. You know the steps that it took to get there. You know basically everything that happened about it, besides who did it. And that is the past. He shows you the future. He shows you what you to remember to be your wife being swallowed up by the ocean and taken into dark abyss. And the present is he shows you like a mirror of yourself right now, doing exactly what you're doing.
Okay. What is the future, dragon?
The future is your wife, who you love the most, is going to a place that somebody you know is familiar with.
Dragon, with all due respect, I know a lot of people.
You do. Maybe ask around.
All right. What should I ask? Hey, do you know what this dark dream sequence is? Like, can you give me some facts here?
Well, with your divination magic, you have a couple of attempts to get it right. I'm sure you'll learn along the way.
All right. That's fair. That's fair. You know, I did start learning this for selfish purposes,
Yeah.
and so I will use it for selfish purposes. What do you? Oh, I have too many questions and not enough time. What question should I ask you?
Give me the best one, and then the funniest one.
Okay, will I see you after this?
100%. I'm having our next discussion right now.
Sorry. This is a lot to take in. Also, is that water you're in edible or drinkable or potable or anything? Because I'm really thirsty.
It's sparkling water, and then you are pulled out of the dream.
Ah!
All right. Next up,
Poor Victor. Can't catch a break.
Vaughn.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want people to see your dream?
Yeah, as long as they're fine, like, yeah, as long as they're fine with it, yeah.
All right. Vaughn's dream. You are in a forest that seems almost endless. It's a forest
boy.
that you used to play in as a kid. Having races
Okay.
with your friends, climbing the trees. It's just a little darker.
Okay.
I need a perception check from you.
I can do perception, baby. Let's see here. +2, okay. That is a 4. I got a fat 4. It's off to a
You-
great start.
You notice the moss on the trees move in a very strange manner. Like they're not stuck to the trees. Kind of that weird, loose dream feeling. That's what you're experiencing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You walk forward. Continuing in this forest, it seems to just keep growing and stretching and stretching and stretching and stretching until you feel the trees move in a certain way, and they all form into this one massive tree through the roots, and it grows up, and you see at the top this silhouette. I need a nature check from you.
Nature? Oh boy. Oh, I can do that. Nature's not bad. Nature's not bad. And that is a 22.
From the stories your mother told you when you were out in the forest to be careful of, a lot of the things were wolves, bears. Hopefully you don't see a ghoul. This you see is a forest drake, a massive creature that inhabits the old Yizgavor tree. And this tree is found in the center of the forest, of all forests. And from this is the protector, a forest drake. On top, you see a green figure with a large wolf skull and a green eye riding him.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything?
I'm gonna yell out, "Hello!"
The same feminine voice you heard from the party, being Corella,
Oh no.
answers you and says, "Where is my husband?"
I'm gonna yell back. You know the collective wanted to betray you, right?
No, I didn't. Come, let's talk
Yeah, they-
face to
so-
face. And she swoops you down, picks you up. The drake throws you up in the air, and you are now sitting on the back of the drake as it's flying over Ancora Bay. And Corella is standing on top of the drake, looking at you.
Okay. Yeah, your husband dipped from the party, and then I took his place using magic. I'm surprised you didn't see the difference, by the way. And I've been actually looking to talk to you for a long time, but the collective tried to overthrow you. They all voted, and I'm going to recreate using a minor illusion what I can remember what they said and sounded like during that voting process.
Okay. Can you roll a d20? Just straight up d20 roll.
Yeah. Okay, I got a 10 on the nose.
With that, I'm gonna say you are now lucid dreaming.
Okay.
So you have similar power to like a god, basically, in this dream realm.
Okay.
In this moment.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Then I'm going to, instead of using a minor illusion, I'm going to fully recreate the scene for her.
Okay. As she flies around this scene, sort of just encircling it, she is confused as to why any of this would happen. She doesn't exactly know. She hasn't talked to the collective, maybe, ever. She just speaks through her husband as her voice. They don't know. You guys probably know more about her than they do about her. You put in the legwork. You're more knowledgeable. She sees the taking of their titles and throwing them in jail, and she's very happy, but she doesn't exactly care in regards to her plan. This is not a setback, it's just another branch that is split off on this great tree.
Okay.
She goes, "Thank you for letting me know, but where is my husband?"
Look, lady, what I know is that someone asked for your husband at the party, and I used the opportunity to disguise myself as your husband who I had seen earlier, and walk in. I'm just an opportunist. An opportunist who's helping you, by the way. And as I say, who's helping you, I grow larger than the drake, and sort of hold the drake in my hand. Yeah.
Okay. She says, "Let's come up with some sort of deal and arrangement. I need to find my husband, and you need some control over Ancora Bay. Let me remove my forces, withdraw my presence for the time being, while you find my husband, and I will not pursue you or your team." And she dips the drake down and encircles the precinct. She says, "For now, let's do that."
I say to her, you are going to have to let me, as a seal of goodwill amongst two parties, you're going to have to let me charm you.
She removes the hide chest plate that she holds on her body. And what shows there is an empty rib cage with no heart. She goes, "I will show you a better seal." And she reaches into your chest, grabs your heart, and puts it into her chest. You now feel a strong compression on your chest as it turns to wood.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. Is
Sorry about
like No. Do I like do I see my heart beating as quickly as my mind is racing while she puts it in her chest? Like, is it going at my speed or is it going at her speed?
It's going at your speed.
It's going at my speed. Okay. Okay.
Your chest cavity is being replaced and will continue to be replaced over the time of 9 red moons. After 9 red moons is up, she will confront you. If her husband is not found by then, you will turn into a tree.
Okay. 9 red moons it is.
She holds your heart for 9 red moons. And this is not a
In her
metaphorical
rib
device.
cage, yeah.
You literally have no heart.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of what I figured. Okay.
Okay. Just want to make sure we're on the same
Okay.
page.
Yeah, we're on the same page, Chuck. We're on the same page.
All right. Do you have any questions?
I
for
love it.
Corolla?
Keep it coming. Keep it coming. You want to like chop off a leg too, replace it with a tentacle, maybe? Remove all my digits, replace them with candy bars? I'll take it, man.
Yeah, if you have any questions for Corella, this would be the time to ask her.
Okay. I don't want to ask her when did she last see your husband, but like, do you have a lock of his hair? Do you have like a tooth, a foot, his heart? Like, what do you have anything of his that I could potentially use to help me find him?
She holds out a locket, and inside that locket is the front flap of his eye.
Oh wow, okay.
And she goes, "This is what I use to see through his sight. You can take it."
Okay. She's yeah. I take it and I think to myself, boy, she's pretty freaky. This is some freaky deaky stuff right here. Okay. Yeah, I take it and I say to her, sort of the last thing I say to her as she's like circling the precinct is I say, I promise you, Corella, that if you touch any of my friends, I will do more damage to you than you possibly could ever know would exist. And then I crush her in my fist, my huge fist. I crush her and her Drake in my fist, and I'm assuming I wake up.
You wake up feeling
Yeah.
quite empty inside. You have no pulse anymore.
Yeah. Well,
And your skin is cold.
not new. Yeah, okay. Okay.
All right. Next
Eek.
dream.
Okay.
Nope. 3.
I've got a piece. This is great timing.
3. Andre, do you want people to see your dream?
What? Skip me. I don't want these dreams. Yeah, I don't mind.
All right. You open on the chapel that your family used to go to.
Oh, okay.
This was regular Sunday service chapel, but you're here. Nobody's here. It's raining. It seems to be about spring outside, and everything's just a little bit more gray and desaturated. You look around, and immediately you see Delphine, your friend. And she greets you with a nice warm smile. She goes, "How are you, Andre?"
Andre kind of is like confused for a second. He goes, stressed right now? Leading isn't easy?
Yeah, leading is not easy. It's very hard. Our friend just got a leadership position. Jamet, just got a leadership position. He was really light now.
Oh, good for him. You know, he always just was such a great guy for it, and always gonna definitely get that. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. That's great.
Yeah. How's your mission been? And she sits down on a rock, and no splash comes up.
It's been complicated. Well, we were supposed to go to the prison, and the rest of the guys I was with kind of messed that up, and now I'm stuck doing this whole thing in the Ancora Bay. You should have received all the word of this, though. I had this sent to the headquarters.
Yeah, but you know how stuff gets lost in the paper. There's not any more human connection. You know, I thought I'd talk to you. It's hard to do this over great distances, but I felt it was necessary for a good friend, a well-respected friend.
He just kind of like laughs for a second, like, yeah, well, I mean, you know, I'm trying. Right now, mission-wise, I'm just trying to keep our order safe in the bay. I was gonna execute a bunch of black magic users, but my party counseled me otherwise, so I'm taking that into cause right now.
Okay. Can you roll an insight check?
Yeah, I can. 19?
You can tell she's very sad. She is genuinely concerned about you and your well-being. But this is if she would have been happy, this dream might be a little bit more pleasant. It might be you know, sunny. The chapel might not be in such disrepair. She's being very cautious. And she continues, well, Andre, besides mission-wise, how are you? This has been an extraordinary pain for you. I can never imagine almost. It's just doing all this and with all this new magic coming out. How are you holding up?
He kind of steps forward and like kind of kicks at the chapel for a second or two and like turns to her. I'm fine. I mean, just look, everything around us is doing great. It's full of life.
Can you make a perception check?
Sure. $12.
It felt very strange kicking the church. Like, you know, just putting your foot up against it. It felt very strange. Not so stable.
Like if I push it, it'll like tumble down.
Similar to that. Similar. She asks, well, I hope you can come home soon. Your dad misses you a lot. He has some news for you. I couldn't share because you know he's not here. But he has some news for you he'd like to share. He seemed happy about it, but you have that waiting here for you. You have a lot of people here waiting for you to come back with open arms.
Andre kind of scoffs and like kicks at the church again. Like, sure, yeah, I want to hear from my dad. I can't wait to hear the wonderful news he has for me. I'm sure everything will be just perfect, right?
Yeah. So, has there been any strange things happening there? I mean, we always have strange stories to tell while we're on deployment. Anything strange happen?
Question, out of character real quick. If Andre was to get angry, does that change this dream? Or is this like her dream state? Because like that questioning would kind of make him like annoyed, I guess, in a way.
She brought this dream to you to try and,
Okay.
like, just brought you here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. So then he's just kind of like he just like looks annoyed at her, like, what? What do you even? Just everything's a lot right now.
Yeah. I mean, I've dived into a little bit of your reports, and you know, it seems very odd. It's just a very odd set of coincidences and series of events. I just want to make sure that you're open and honest with the order. Is all.
I've been nothing but open and honest with the order. Everything you just told me you saw the reports. I've put everything in those reports that's going on.
It's just, and I'm gonna need another perception check.
Okay. Six.
We want to make sure we're all on the same page. There's nothing that just complete loyalty can't solve. We think we're gonna send some more people out to do an independent investigation of Ancora Bay, and I feel like I should let you know that everybody here is rooting for you back home.
I don't even think he knows what to say at that. So he's kind of like a mixture of shocked, annoyed, exasperated, and happy, I suppose, depending. Not that order, but like he's happy that he's at least being heard there. Exasperated that he's sent all this stuff and information to them, but they're still doing an independent report. So now he feels like he's inadequate, that he didn't send enough. Like he's like questioning, like, what else could I have sent to make it clear? Like, yes, I'm aware everything in the Bay is like a shit show, essentially. I don't know what more to do.
Specifically, they're looking into some sort of magical artifact that, with enough power, deals in some sort of phylactery business. And I'll be honest with you, Andre, that's what we're looking into. That's what we're seeing. And as of now, it hasn't come up in your reports. And the rain stops falling. And she goes, Andre, off record, they think you have something to do with this. They think you're conspiring with them. And then the rain continues to fall.
I don't. Andre doesn't even. I don't even know what to say. He's just stunned into silence.
And she goes, well, I just wanted to let you know this is what's happening back home. I know we've had a lot of trouble communicating, and I feel like it's best if we continue on with open and honest communication.
He just looks at her for a second, kind of turns around, starts to walk away, and looks back and goes, will the High Inquisitorius be coming to Ancora Bay then?
Yes. Ancora Bay right now is under Exterminatus order.
He just kind of turns away from her, just like a solemn nod as he walks off to wherever in this dream.
What Andre doesn't see as he walks out of the dream is people rising from bushes, people coming out of the chapel that were all recording the conversation and keeping notes of everything that was said between Andre and Delphine.
Cool.
And that's Andre's dream. We have two left. And that is Kel's dream. Kel, would you like everybody to see your dream?
Of course.
All right.
Ooh.
You are at your boss's place.
Oh, okay.
This is your boss. Finally in some sort of corporeal form that is easily understandable to mortals. a large fire wolf, and you are in his, we'll call it home. This is a work call to his house.
Oh wow. Oh, house calls. He never allows us go to his mansion. Wonder how he affords it.
He is looking out onto the lava sea ahead of him, and he says, "It comes with the job. It's a bonus." And he says, "So, Kel, I'm here to promote you. You're getting a promotion.
A promotion?
Promotion. I think you've done well in ways I could never have expected between selling with your increase in business this last 2 weeks has been great. This revolution you've been starting is great for me. So many more people have been desperate and looking for answers in magic and magical power, and I have about 5 new employees now. So this is great. You're definitely being promoted."
Oh, well, I don't know what to say. Thank you very much. I hope I don't wish to disappoint you. I'll make you proud.
Of course. There are some other things that I need to talk to you about regarding your new position. Some new responsibilities come with your new position.
Of course, yes.
You are going to be assigned as a new delegate to the SAR.
To the Tsar.
Yes, in my experience, you know how to handle diplomatic situations, and you can understand a large group of other people. This matter has come up pretty recently, and it's really the main drive to promoting you now. There's normally a big ceremony and transferring of power, but we're doing this on the up and up, very quick. There
I
has
see.
been a disappearance that has befallen all of our kind.
A disappearance. Who?
He walks with you down this bridge of lava on both sides, bubbling and shooting out. It's not hot though. It's the same experience you would feel on walking on a pier. And he motions up with his head, he nods up, and there's this massive crack in the sky. It like shatters above in this purple and blue color with a beam shooting up through it, and he goes, "This was recently opened, not too long ago, and there's been a lot of worry and concern for the Tsar hasn't responded to this new phenomenon. He's been totally silent, and people are starting to think he's gone. No one's seen him."
Oh. Do we know where this has come from? Do we have any idea what could be causing this?
Well, the sky started to shatter and chip about 3 weeks ago. No one thought it was anything until it just started breaking and breaking and breaking. There was a massive shattering one night that caused a complete connection of the immaterial plane and your material plane.
My God. Huh. I wouldn't have any idea of any real world material plane goings-ons that line up with that time frame, no?
Well, I would say about 3 weeks ago, Victor's, using of the sphere. You have Corella being more active. You have a lot more technological interference with magic. For technology disrupts the rules of nature and thus disrupts magic.
Gotcha. Huh. Yes, no, I could see how without the SAR this could be a major problem. Um what uh what do you want me to do about it? Am I supposed to go about the material plane and try to just figure out what's caused this and attempt to reverse it?
More indirect actions like that are going to be expected and looked for. However, some more immediate action might be taken. I have the ability to pull you and your group in for a short amount of time to maybe do some footwork here, if you would so allow it. When you're ready, you just call on me and I will transport you here, and you can do your best. I would say it's be very hard. No one seems to be doing anything. I am worried that this could be somebody trying either to steal something from our plane or to try and merge the two planes.
Yes, I can see that being a problem. Okay, no, of course, no, this is part of my new responsibilities. I shan't let you down.
Great. Make sure you use that fireball.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna use that fireball.
All right. If you have any questions, just let me know and I can try and help you out. I'm just as much trying to solve this as you, and I'm going to be doing work talking to other patrons as well here to try and drum up some idea of what's happening.
Yes, of course, that sounds good. I'll talk with my group and see if they can't help out as well.
All right. You may leave whenever you'd like.
Okay, yes, thank you. It's always good seeing you again. And then I just pop out, I guess.
Gone. All right. Last dream. Loken, do you want people to see your dream?
No. Yeah, of course.
Okay. This is going to be kind of strange. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Loken's dream.
I'm sorry, they've not been strange so far.
Oh shit.
Yeah, wait, what?
Loken's dream. Loken, you are at the ceaseless battle that you returned to when you sold your soul to Davy Jones. In the water, you see this massive slain titan ripped into pieces with tentacles flying in and out of his head and surrounding it, beginning to envelop it and just tear it apart. And these strange runes you recognize as Dwarven. You recognize the language. You may not, be able to read them, but you can recognize what they say, or you can recognize what language they're from. And next to you, right next to you, in this little small thing, is Davy Jones. He is just standing next to you, looking at this massive titan, and he goes, "So, has it been worth it? Good deal?"
I think the worthfulness of the steel will only be shown as time continues on. Was this you? As Loken kind of points to the Titan with all the dwarven runes all over it.
Oh, no, that's not me. This is yet to happen. This will come in about, a couple moons, I think. Time is weird here. It's always night. So it's yet to happen, but I just wanted to see how you've been holding up. I know Sea Seeker's been used a couple of times, but I just want to know, has anything happened with you?
There's been a few interesting developments, but I mean, I can't say it's as interesting as this beautiful vista in front of us.
Yes, it was quite hard getting the spot right, but I think this is where it will be. Oh, well, I'll cut to the chase. It is in my best interest to see that you are kept well and alive and prepared for the coming future. Uh, the sword has called out to its previous owner, and it would behoove you to know that Blackwell Saber, the man who you stole the sword from, and he's imminently approaching. With his armada, and it doesn't seem right for me to just let you fall and suffer the fate that many other who wielded CC did.
Hmm. Curious, I felt like you would be more interested in getting my soul after our deal.
Well, your soul is already mine. What do I do with a dead soul? You fight here, and what happens? Nothing. And you are raised above water. You were below water before. You raised above it, and are more prominently in the fighting. You're on a ship that you recognize, and you are just in the middle of this fighting. People are paying no mind to you at all. They're so locked into this endless fighting. I need a perception check real quick.
Oh, I'm good at those. Let's see. 24.
You've been with Victor a lot, and he just won't shut up about his wife. You see his wife on the deck of this ship fighting. Just a passing glance, and you can say to mention it or not to Davy Jones, but you recognize the face as Victor has ascribed it to you so many times before, when you're sleeping on your beds together.
Loken will be kind of confused for a second as he takes a second glance. How did she get here? And he'll point to Victor's wife.
The fighting continues on, and he goes, "Oh, strange. No one asked that. She jumped off the side of a ship in the middle of the ocean and fell to the bottom. Fell so far she landed here. And you can clearly see there's sky above you. This is not a completely underwater thing. There is the sea, and then there's the sky. And she fell so far, she asked me for help, and I said, serve your time here, and you'll be released."
How long is your sentence?
100 years.
I know I've already made one deal with you. Is there possibly another one I can make to shorten her sentence at all?
I think your leverage for deals has gone. I'm quite happy with what I have now. And as you see that, you see ships from the sky open up and fall straight down into the water as like a nosedive. And he goes, "What's one soul when I have hundreds, thousands? I already have yours. I'm more than happy with that."
and that's clearly true. I kind of just stay silent and watch in this battle with him for a bit. So, what would one measly soul make to you? I'm sure there's something you could want, something I could trade.
I don't like this. This entire fight is meaningless to me. I fell similar to that woman off the side of a ship. I jumped and I just sank. And soon after, the ocean opened me with open arms, and I wish I would have died. Now I reside over all the dead sailors, and I wish I could have just died on land. So one soul means everything to me, but nothing at the same time.
Hmm. What if I find a way to kill you and take you away from this battle?
He says, "My boy, I'd like nothing more, and I'll tell you how to get to me. This ocean, however endless it may seem, does have a bottom. It does not get there by normal means, though. You can sink for as long and as deep as you'd like to go, and you'll never hit the bottom. However," and he motions to the ships falling, "if you were to move faster than the ocean's grasp on you, you end up here. So, if you can release me, there might be a transference of title and role and order. But I don't imagine I will be seeing you anytime soon."
Probably not, but I think we will meet again.
I hope. And you are pulled out of your dream.
Damn.
That's all the dreams we got.
As if you didn't just shake us all to our cores.
You guys wake up newly level 5, ready to change the world with that fireball. And those multi-attacks.
Okay.
Be really funny if I didn't actually take Fireball. I did.
As soon as I get up, what if we're waking up at different times and stuff, I want to find Loken and I want to shake him awake.
Okay, Loken, that's how you are woken up. You are shooken out of the ceaseless battle, and you are awoken by Vaughn.
I'm gonna grab on Vaughn. What? You okay?
Oh my god, dude, I had the craziest fucking dream. You would not fucking believe it. Come here. And I try to separate Loken from everybody else, sort of hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's going to a top deck or what. I'm assuming it's early in the morning, so maybe dawn, as the sun is rising. And I pull him up to whatever level, and I'm like, dude, you would not believe what fucking happened to me tonight.
What did you dream about?
I pull out my knife and I jab it into my chest as hard as I can. And I thrust it down, and I peel open my rib cage and reveal whatever is there.
You
currently
see a bed of flowers where the heart would be. the ribs are made out of wood, and you see just the internal viscera is mossy and like dirt, very earth-like.
Corella is gonna turn me into a fucking tree, dude.
When did this happen?
This happened last night in my fucking dream. She like came to me and she was like, "You better fucking find my husband, you little bitch." Not her words; those are mine. But you get the idea. And she gave me this like eyeglass, and I pat myself down for the eyeglass. Is it there? The eyelid.
Yeah, you find the eyelid in
Okay.
like in a locket around your neck.
Okay. And I pat myself down, and then I slowly sort of find it on my neck, and I take it, and I'm like, "Look through this, dude. What do you see?"
What, Vaughn? What is this?
This is the eyelid of the husband of Corella. I know, sounds fucking nuts, but just look through it. Look through it.
Loken, you see a very large stone room. As you like the eyelid, the person is sleeping. The eye just like shoots open, and you are looking around through it.
Can I make another perception check to maybe
Yeah,
see
make
if
a
I
perception
recognize
check.
anything? All right. 26. Or not 20.
Nat 20.
Whoa, 46.
46. I was like, holy
Whoa!
Fuck, did you see everything? With that nat 20, you do see everything. From Duty and
Shit.
Exodus, reading the book, at the bottom of the page, or at the bottom of the book, there's maps.
Yes.
Third map, you see something very similar to the bottom room of the map. Like where there's lava and stuff. I should say level 2. You see this room filled with old, extremely ancient dwarven smithing benches and technology. In the middle of this, you see a molten lava pit with what you see to be a mechanical heart beating on top of it.
What's going on, my guy? What do you see?
I'm trying to take notes real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Vaughn, I think I know where this is.
You know where it is? Oh my god! Thank the gods, because if I don't find that guy and bring him back to Corella within the next 9 red moons, I am fucked.
Your
I
tree.
turn into a fucking tree.
Chuck, so
Yeah.
I could have missed this. I guess a little quick question. So I have the lore on like this area. Do I know how to get to Vindervat, or just like where it'd be like on the big map?
On the big map, let me pull up the big map real quick. Where the fuck is the big map?
I mean, it has a little blurb on how to get there, kind of.
Yeah. But I guess I was
Yeah.
or, like, would I know where like Kajas or Joss is, I guess.
Yes, you would. Give me a second to pull it.
You're good, take your time. I just didn't know if it was like I know about the city, but I don't know like where it's located technically, or
Okay. You know, just like general application of like geography and stuff. You know that a lot of the older places in this world, and a lot of them are in the like in Miras and Tetna. And specifically in the book, I didn't write it down, but there is a close like think of like Everest and how it has like base camps.
right.
The base camp for Vattenfell is went in Fenal. So WENTEFNAL. That's like the base camp.
Okay.
Okay.
Loken is gonna kind of like pull up the book that he'd been reading through and like show kind of the map that he has on like the level 2 to Vaughn.
Okay.
I think he's here, kind of point at the bottom where like the lava is. And I think I might know where this city is, but it would be quite a trip.
Okay. Stab me.
Vaughn, you go ahead. You
I
see,
need you to stab me right now. You trust me on this. Stab me.
how hard? Like a little poke.
Stab me as hard as you can.
Loken pulls out Seeker and just like jams it into him.
Cool. Roll. to
Okay.
hit.
Okay.
And Vaughn, I will say with this new tree feature, your AC is +1 now.
Okay.
Let's see. 15.
15, you hit.
So you just stab him completely. I'll say you don't have to roll damage just because you guys are goofing around, but you definitely do stab him.
We're not goofing around. We're not goofing around.
Oh,
I have a purpose for this. Okay?
God.
would you like him to roll damage?
Okay. I would like him to roll damage, please.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. We have
We'll get to it. I do have a purpose, and I think it's fucking genius. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
that's gonna be 17 damage.
17 damage, perfect.
Oh my god, you got 2 back
Perfect.
rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, so
17.
Seeker just comes out, soaring blue fire, just hits you right in the chest.
So when the doors open and like Andre walks in, what the fuck's going on?
My team doing?
Okay. 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 Fuck. So the rules for like rules for death on completion is if it's my same HP but like negative, right?
Essentially, yeah,
Yes.
kind of.
Okay. Okay. I am going to okay, we're on Rick, right?
Yeah, you can be on Rick. I thought you guys were like outside by the dumpsters, but you can be on
Wherever
Rick.
Vaughn takes me.
Yeah.
No, outside by the dumpsters is fine. Outside by the dumpsters is fine.
Yeah, we'll say
So
outside by the
I'm
dumpsters.
going to jab my Kerrigan spear into one of the dumpsters.
Okay.
Then I'm going to run 60 feet away.
Okay.
Then I'm going to summon the Kerrigan spear towards me.
Okay. You're gonna kill yourself.
And I'm going to hold out my arm like this. So as it approaches, instead of grabbing onto it, I'm going to let it slam me in the head and knock me out.
Knock you out or kill you? Like, do you want the spear end to
Knock
go in
me
your
out.
head?
No, I want the other end to like
Like the
hit me in the
pommel or whatever,
brain.
right?
Gotcha.
And just, yeah.
Cool. All right.
Just the pommel.
going
Just
on?
absolutely knock me out.
Okay.
I portent in my sleep.
I'm gonna say the important rolls you rolled are the ones you have for this day.
Cool.
Yeah, so you still have that 1 and that 9. Just because I was like, I kind of tricked you guys into doing
Okay.
some shit. All right. Okay.
So it does 28 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm passed out and I'm doing death saving throws. But the hope of all of this was so that way I could enter the dream world again and reconnect with Corella.
Okay. You slam the spear into the dumpster. You run 60 feet away. I'm gonna assume the group is looking at you and like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, are we all there, or
do you guys?
Did you
want
see what's
me
going
to-
on down there?
Yeah, you guys.
The
are-
second
I'm
the only one who's
Loki
away.
would be running
Yeah.
to go get the group. So
I was
they'll
gonna
be
say-
up there,
Okay.
if not.
Ugh.
Nobody just
Andre
has
was
a sleep
probably
spell?
up super early and is probably in his office. So I don't think he would be there, but he
Okay.
can be if you want.
Yeah.
I'll say you guys, if you are arriving, you arrive as soon as the spear hits his head. So you just see Vaughn just instantly just like go like limp and just collapse.
Douglas Von Murder!
Wait, what the hell?
Okay, so you are back in this dream world, not lucid dreaming anymore. You wake up on the back of the forest drake as Corella looks at you as in like very confused as to why you're back.
Vindervat. Your husband is in Vindervat.
Okay,
Free me of this curse.
I need him. I need the body.
I've told you where he is. You can look through the eyeglass. I promise you, he's there.
She is very frustrated and she says something that she should not have said. She says, I need you to go get him because I can't go there. If he was here, I would have gotten him already.
I swear to you, if you make me go get him, I will pull my heart out of your destroyed corpse once I am done with him.
Go get my fucking husband. And she kicks you off the drake.
And I fall and I fall, and I'm assuming I like snap back.
You fall and you
Okay,
hit the
okay.
ground. She makes sure you're awake to hit the ground and feel the pain of hitting the ground, and then you wake up.
Okay.
Oh boy!
Yeah, I think they're all like leaning over him. Hey, are you okay?
How much HP do I have?
What are you
You
thinking?
have one.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Perfect. Oh,
Explain yourself. What's going
well,
on here?
fuck.
What do you mean, Wolf? Yeah, duh! You killed yourself! What are you thinking?
Yes.
We have to go to Vindervat.
Winter who?
It's a dwarvish citadel to the north. We have to go.
Why?
My wife is trapped there.
Your wife? Your
My wife. My wife.
my wife.
Make a deception.
My
Well,
wife is trapped in Vindervat. Make a
I don't have
deception
any.
roll? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't trust him. I trust him.
I don't remember hearing about
Um,
a wife before.
okay. Yeah, make it. Or does everybody believe him?
Make a
I
deception.
believe him.
I don't think I believe him.
Okay. Yep. Deception, and then you
Insight check.
gotta roll against that deception for that insight.
No, I'm not rolling
Okay.
that. I believe him. You have a. You have a wife?
Dude, we're married.
Oh fuck! Nat 20, nat 20.
Oh, yeah, I
Nat
haven't even rolled.
20. Y'all
Yeah.
bitches are fooled. Y'all bitches are fooled.
What?
Oh,
How do you
My
know
wife's
this?
in
What,
Vindervat.
how'd she get there? What's going on? Was she kidnapped? Is she in trouble?
I had a dream last night. I had a dream. A being of the sea that saved me on my desolate island that I came from. It wasn't included in the book, but I promise you she did. She saved me from this terrible fate of dying on that rock. But you know what she did is she stole my wife. She stole my wife, and that was the trade we made. Was my safety for the life of my wife. And you know what? That was the biggest mistake I ever made. And by God, I'm getting my wife back.
All right. All right. How far is this place?
How far is this place? Vindervat is okay. I have a keen mind, and am good at knowing north and stuff like that, and like have survival. Can I roll like a survival or something like that to?
You can roll a survival. Yeah, just roll survival. Roll survival to see like if you know where it's at. I'll also let you roll history because if maybe you had some time with maps and you recognize all your 50 states. We'll say.
Okay, I got 11. Fuck, I got 2 4s. Great. Spent all my luck on that. I got survival is because I got +7 to that. That's 11, and then history is +1, so 5.
Okay. I'm gonna say you know because Logan told you where it's at. You can
Yeah.
say I know where it's near.
Okay,
Like you.
I know where it's near.
Yeah, people
I know where it's near.
Wentfall know where Vindervat's at.
Okay. So I know where it's near. It's near Windfall, and I know where we can get to it. And by God, we have to leave as soon as possible.
Oh, all right. Are we as a group here, right?
Yeah, everyone's here.
Except for Andre, yeah.
Oh,
Andre's not.
really busy with the.
Lots of
I
paperwork.
mean,
Kind
I've
of.
got
but
no
no.
issue going, but we should get Andre first, right? He's got business in Ancora Bay, and I'd rather not leave him behind.
You guys, once you hear Andre, bring up the name Andre, a little lackey kid guard comes up and goes, Captain Andre is ready to see you.
Captain Andre? Captain?
Captain Andre is ready to see you now.
Okay, so I
Okay,
follow.
thank you, small
I
child.
follow this little kid.
And he takes you to Andre's office.
You guys like come in after you get all are in. Andre kind of nods. Thank you, Jake. You're dismissed.
My disguise, guys.
Jake, my beautiful boy.
I didn't recognize you.
I have to go kill jaywalkers now. Bye bye.
A righteous cause.
He waddles off.
Andre,
Andre
I have to let
goes-
you know.
He holds up a hand. Hold
Will-
yourself. Looks outside real quick, make sure no one's around, closes the door and locks it. Yes, sorry, Vaughn.
We'll have to be leaving as soon as possible to get to Wenfell to save my wife.
Your wife?
Yes, my wife.
I wasn't aware you had a wife, but okay. Well, good. And he kind of walks around and gets some papers off his desk and starts giving them to you guys. That's perfect. I need you to leave regardless. And it's essentially he's giving you like it's a full pardon paperwork.
Wow.
Good to have friends, I guess, huh?
What's going to happen to you when we leave?
I'm not sure, but I need you all to leave and to take Rick. And
What?
probably Jake.
Wait. I have a foreboding sense of danger about this. What's going on here?
It's nothing you need to worry about. It's just go and don't come back to Ancora Bay for a while.
With due respect, Andre, we wouldn't be here without each other. I don't think secrets are viable now. What's going on?
Is there like a window in my office that I can look out of?
Yeah, you can, look out the window and
He looks forlornly out the window, brooding for a few moments, and then I was visited last night by a friend, and based on what she has said, my time is short. So I would prefer to get you all out of here before anything further occurs.
Short in
What does
way?
my time is short mean?
A exterminatus order has been given for Ancora Bay, which means a multitude of things. It's best I not get into it for your own safety for now, but you need to all leave, and I've started to scrub every record of you possible.
Can I roll a history or arcana or something for Exterminatus?
Yep.
Okay.
Can I also do that?
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me. I got another 4. That's 4 4s in a row.
You think that's exterminate spelled wrong?
Okay.
You said
I
history,
think you
right?
mean exterminate,
Yeah.
right?
Actually.
Actually, guys.
Natural 20.
Wow.
Oh,
Damn.
Exterminatus.
I can spell it backwards for you.
Everybody here is going to die.
Andre, I'm a traveled man. I know what exterminatus means. Is that really
Good.
what you want?
Is that what I want for here? Of course not. That's
mean-
why I've begun removing people that I can, starting with you.
Let's-
And
Let's act selfishly here. Is that what you want for yourself?
what I want for myself is of no concern right now. I need to ensure the safety of those who shouldn't be dealt this kind of thing. You have so much to still. Kel has so many more things to sell that I might not agree with, but he sells them. And Vaughn has a wife, apparently, he needs to find. And you have people out there, and Logan has to continue his journey. If I go, they will find us.
Vaughn rips open his skin flap that he cut open earlier, and he points to it and he says, I'm practicing dark magic. I'm practicing dark magic. Don't you have to hunt me now? Don't you have to follow me?
Andre kind of just like stares agape for us, like it's just like, what? You know what?
Come on, man. Come on, pursue me. Pursue me.
No, if I pursue you, that's just gonna cause larger issues. And you need to. He like doesn't look at you as he tries to get that, and just closes it over. Like, yeah, you need to keep that. Ugh. That is not a party trick you should show off.
Can I do an acrobatics to try to make sure that his hand ends up in my rib cage?
Sure.
I'll roll with disadvantage because I'm
I
not
got a
looking.
12 plus acrobatics is I got a 15.
I'm gonna make it a nat 1. I'm gonna use my portent for this shit. Get the hell out of here.
For Andre or for Vaughn?
For Vaughn.
Oh,
Fucking gross.
Oh fuck.
I'm afraid of the undead. Pull my flaws. Get away, get away.
Okay, well, with my disadvantage, I also got a nat 1. So we're both just fumbling around.
Imagine Victor's portent roll is him just moving it, like he just shoved his hand in there, and all of you touch it.
Andre pulls out. Oh god, there's another hand inside.
Put it away, put it away.
Is there anything
Andre-
that we can do to convince you to come with us? You're you know, they say friends are the family you keep and family's the friends you don't. I want you to be both a friend and family.
This is out of our hands right now. There's not. If I go with you, they will continue to hunt you, and if I have you stay, you will be killed. Which you might need to be killed now, but the others don't. At least not right now. Unless he kind of like starts to poke towards like Victor, Kel, and unless they. No, they don't seem to have skin that can peel back, so you're fine.
Kel uses disguise self to create a hole in his chest.
Oh god, no! It's spreading!
I
It's a-
can
it's a
say
plague.
dark magic
Spartacus.
too. Looks like you have to follow us to the ends of the earth.
Well, Andre, if this is what you want, then I will honor it for you. I will not beg you to come with us if you are set. But in the event that something does happen, take this. I'm gonna give him a card.
All right.
Oh my god, it's a guaranteed 9 roll.
Oh.
Yay!
It's King of Spades. In the event that you do, for whatever reason, not end up like everybody else in Cora Bay, then you'll have something here with GNS.
He just kind of nods. For now, what's worth, I can guarantee you access to our vaults that won't be monitored for some time, as we will be making a move today on the remaining members / forces in the city. If you need funding or other things. And I've also gotten a few people, or I'd like you to try getting a few people to go with you. And he'll give you a small list of names of like that lady was the ex-order with the artificer guy.
Yep.
That fighter lady, the one Victor met in the town.
Uriel?
Yeah.
Ariel, Lyle,
Um,
Camilla.
Yeah, and then just like a couple of other nondescript names of, I don't know if there's anyone else useful in this town.
God, can I pitch one? Dorothea, the conspiracy theorist who trained Jake to be a fighter.
Sure, Dorothea, like a couple people from the library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having their records expunged right now as deceased / you'll be at the end of the day killed as well, in that sense.
Wouldn't be the first time, eh? Anyway.
And yeah, so
Boo.
do what you need to do. I'll also be getting, for what it's worth, the tieflings should be removed from the town shortly. And then, yeah, then I just await what comes.
Well, you've
Well,
been
Andre,
one hell of a party member.
just a moment ago when you were looking over us and, kind of reminding us of our personal quests and goals, I would just like to remind you that, you can be your own person, and maybe this is what you believe you need to do in the moment, but at the end of the day, only you can make decisions for yourself.
He walks over and puts a hand. Are you still disguised self, or we're just joking about
No,
that?
the hole's gone.
Okay. He puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, "This is me choosing. All of this will get me killed regardless. Giving you access to our vault, I mean, there's a lot of gold in there you'll need."
Oh, I'm actually rich now.
Oh, well. Well, then never
need
mind.
that
Don't go to the
fucking
vault.
gold.
Your
you.
your employees are very wealthy, and they bought a lot of packages from me, so I'm doing quite well. Thank you, though.
How much did you?
Well,
Just as a question.
After the 75% cut that Otar takes, I still have over 300 gold.
Nice.
Damn.
I'm gonna cut off my eyelid and give it to
What the hell?
Andre.
Vaughn,
And I'm gonna say
I get you're an abomination now. You don't have to keep doing this, please.
What the hell, Vaughn?
no. If you survive this, take this eyelid, and he shows him the locket that has the eyelid in it, and he says, like, look through here. And he like tries to convince Andre to use the magic and like see that it is possible with the eyelid to like see where they're going and what they're doing.
Is that just like what? Is that like some kind of specialized magic on this locket thing, or is this just
Yeah, it'd be
any
like a
old
magic item.
eyelid could do it?
No, it is on the. You have to put it in the locket through the eyelid. Not everybody just goes. Here you go.
It's like some random magic system here. Yeah, if you cut off your eyelid, everyone can see where you are.
Yeah, no. It is based off this locket.
So I hand him both, and I, say, if you ever need to find us.
He'll just kind of nod. I'll keep that in mind. Sure. He like puts it like away in his pocket, like kind of grossed out.
It's like a noticeable wet spot from remains. Ugh.
With that, I think you guys should go get to Rick and maybe go and get the others and get ready to raid the vault if you want to. If you don't want to, no big deal. While I get my men ready to go deal with the collective.
All right.
I have a question for Andre.
Yes.
Is this the end of Andre?
I mean, if they really are doing an extermination order, like the way I've always envisioned it is, yeah, they're gonna come and like his career is essentially over one way or another, and he'll either be killed or jailed for indefinite times, whatever, or essentially like tortured to the point where he kind of breaks.
I will say yes. If you are caught, that is what will happen. I don't know so much about the endless pursuit that you imagined.
Oh, well, I think that's how I don't know. I don't think he's one to like, well, I'm going to run away from this. It's totally going to be fine, because then that would break any oaths and stuff.
So, I guess my question is Andre's oath more important than his life right now? Is he okay with dying for this oath? For something that he knows is bullshit. He knows that he did the best he could. He knows he provided every chance with information, and yet they're still questioning him.
Ooh. I think right now, the way he's doing this and like giving the party this like, hey, here's what's going on, and then here's what you should do, is the only way he can see, like, of my life has been forfeit since that dream last night. When I woke up this morning, I was a dead man. There's not really much more I can do. Here's what I can do for them, which further breaks everything I've lived up to this point. I'm having 4 randomish people, 5 if you count Jake, that he's slowly gotten to know over a month, giving them some safety rather than, like, okay, let me run with you, and then they might continue to come after you, at least in this way, with the expunging of records and any kind of trace of them. In his mind, he's like, I'm already breaking everything I've already stood for.
Okay, so then this would be like the running away almost in his mind. Like it's like the same.
Yeah, it's the same concept. Like he can run, but it wouldn't. This is him running, but making it so that the party wouldn't be caught, essentially.
Okay. Yeah.
With that, as you guys are leaving, he would stop Victor for a second and put a note into your hand, but it's like sealed, so you can't just open it. And just kind of look at you. When you're out to sea, open this.
Andre, if this is the last I ever see of you, I will confide in something with you. I know your plight. I know what it's like to be a dead man, because I was for 5 years in that jail cell. And, despite our differences, if it wasn't for you and the rest of the DNS, I'd still be in there. For a while, I was off the table. There was no card game to be played. But that's not the case anymore. I'm back in, and the people involved don't know it, because my hand is invisible to them. I want you to think the same way. Be that invisible hand. And then I'll walk away.
Yeah, he'll just kind of watch you and then close the door.
Wow. Okay, guys, I think we need to round up everybody in town to come loot the hell out of this fucking vault.
I'm gonna say you can carry 6 additional people on Rick.
6 additional people on Rick. Dorothea.
I have
the-
nobody in mind.
You have Wyo, Camilla, Irel, and Dorothea. As in the artificer, his wife, Irel, the barbarian pricey girl, and Dorothea, the old
Yeah.
conspiracy lady.
Is Jake included or not included?
Oh, Jake is included. So that would be. You basically have one more left if you are with those people. You have
Is
one-
that with my
Okay.
slot or without my slot?
are you coming or not?
No. I mean, I'm
No,
just
no,
saying,
that-
like, if Andre's not there.
You can take 10 people. So
Got it.
6 would be.
Yeah.
Mm.
We do have
God.
Pete from Pete's Pancakes.
Or do you want the waffle?
You could also take shrimp bread, guys. Keep
You
Rick
could
happy.
take Zog,
Yeah.
the bartender.
Yep.
That's a great question. Can we bring anybody of like a merchant from another city, maybe? Somebody who would maybe a dwarf from the area who'd have connections to Vondervat.
I know a dwarf.
Wait, we have somebody important with us. Azariel and Alfin. Because
Oh,
they...
yeah, they would be merchants, like well-traveled merchants.
Okay. Do they need to come with us, or
Okay.
can we get them out of here?
They
Because
can come with you guys if you want. You guys have one more spot left, and I'm gonna say you have one more spot left, and Althan might not be totally cool with leaving Azariel here.
oh god.
Mm.
Could you make
What?
the argument
Let's
that
have a con.
I was gonna say, could you guys make the argument that not to have no, this is separate from that. This is you now have forward information on something that's about to happen in this bay that
Yeah,
you could potentially use to save other people who might not necessarily need to come on Rick. They might have their own form of transportation.
Boats.
I steal a
Yeah,
boat?
yeah.
Can I just
Yeah.
go steal a ship real quick? How hard is that?
I'm gonna say
I think you're.
you either have okay, I'll give you an option with that. You can either steal a very large galleon ship from the Order Precinct, armory, we'll say that large ship,
Captain
Or you
Victor,
could-
huh?
or you could take the vault,
Ooh.
and that's just very gamey
We
logic.
can. Okay.
But I'm gonna say you can either take that. You can either take the massive ship that can store, 25 people, like a massive amount of people, or you could
Okay, let's...
take the vault with a less amount of people.
Well, if we
Um,
have funding now...
How
in
are you
term
guys
of-
feeling?
Vaughn, if I'm gonna level with you, my heartstrings are being pulled at right now. And
Hey, that's
I...
not fair.
Mom's like, I don't have a heart, so who gives?
And I, there's just something deep in my chest, and it's just... I feel like we need to save people.
Beating away.
It's just this thumping, constantly, rhythmically,
God,
quickening.
it's so nice to have a wife that's alive.
Oh, I'm... Jealous.
So I think we should take the boat.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, he's a dick.
This would only be my second time stealing a boat, but we'll figure it out.
I'm gonna say you don't have to steal this boat. This would this is like the gift that Andre would be giving you.
Yeah, I mean, the way
Okay.
I think about it, essentially, Andre, let's say at 2 in the afternoon, all of this outpost of guards is going into the town, into the collective area, and it's going to be heavy fighting, essentially on that side. So you could just easily get this boat out without people going, "Oh, look, there's a big boat over there."
Yeah, with a bunch of people on it. Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on? Rick gets
Okay.
to live though, right?
Rick gets to live. He is not a part of the capacity. He will just be riding the
Cool.
wave, the wake of this.
Of this bigger ship. I have a question for you, Chuck. So I have Skywrite, right?
I know you do.
I get to I get to form 10 hordes in the sky. Like, can I just plaster this fucking place with get the fuck out?
Yeah.
I've got 5 potential spell slots for it. Can I just burn this place to the ground and just like get the fuck out times maybe like that's like 12 times? Am I doing that math right? Let's see.
Do you have 5 or 4 spell slots?
Okay, let's see here. 10
I think you said
times
5.
5 equals. So I can cast 50 words in total. Divided by 4 equals. I can cast get the fuck out 12 times.
Okay. This would cover Ankorbe and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You could just make it a bunch of devil writing and everybody be confused and scared.
That's an alternative, but I'm worried that people would be like, "Oh, those are some beautiful, weird clouds."
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. You get on top of the precinct and you write, "Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!" Like everywhere. It is completely noticeable from any point in the city. Everybody, and I'm just gonna do a roll here. Everybody gets out. Like everybody's starting to evacuate to some level. Whether it's
Okay.
on ships or it's running in back through the forest.
That was very well done, Vaughn.
Thank you so much.
I will ask you though, Kellen Logan. Vaughn had a dream visitor, and Andre had a dream visitor. Did you guys also have a dream visitor?
Ooh, did Logan tell people about my dream visitor?
I thought we were all there for that.
I don't think so. But I mean,
Ooh.
No, just
Oh
Logan.
yeah, we weren't.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that back. Andre had a strange dream visitor. Did you guys also have a strange dream visitor? Because I did too.
I mean, I wouldn't say mine was strange. I got to see my patron, and I've been waiting to break the news. It was a little heavy back there. I didn't want to sour the moment with this, but I'm actually getting a promotion at work.
Congratulations.
Yes.
What does this entail for you?
Well, I assume a pay increase of some sort. Probably a bigger bonus at the end of the year. But on top of things, it seems that my boss's boss has gone
think of like the
miss.
CEO of the company.
Yeah, like the head of our organization has disappeared. which is strange for immaterial beings. Now I did a house call to see my patron, and he pointed out there's a breach in the sky in the is it the astral plane or is this the immaterial?
It's the immaterial.
Yeah, the immaterial plane. And it seems that Otar, my boss, and the rest of his colleagues seem to think there's some sort of almost a bridge being created between the material and immaterial planes, and they're worried that perhaps the SAR has been pulled through, or has been taken, or has been killed, or
What
so I
does
need to figure that whole
mean?
thing out. It's quite the pickle.
Kel, are we gonna die?
Sorry.
Are we gonna die? Be honest with me.
Well, I don't think so.
Because I can see the future, and I don't see me dying.
Well, I think that's a good thing then.
Yeah, but I don't know about you guys.
Kel, this is so strange that you said the immaterial plane.
Yes, where the jinns and Ifritis live.
I was spoken to water djinn last night, the one who got me off the island. And she said that the key to repairing that plane was saving my wife.
That I think Kel would probably pick up on the fact that you've never mentioned a water djinn before in that story.
Fair enough.
And he doesn't really believe you.
Okay.
Do a contested roll here.
Yeah, please.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll roll my.
Okay,
Oh, shit.
13 plus
Oh, you already beat me. I only got a
17. 17.
Yeah, I only got a
17.
12. Oh man, you've never mentioned that you've rubbed elbows with Genie kind before. Fascinating.
Yes, quite devious.
So this Jin believe that perhaps there's some connection between sorry, where's this place that you wish to go to again?
Oh, of course. Vindervat.
Vindervat.
Vindervat is apparently there's some sort of magic there that is hurting the immaterial plane as you described.
Okay. Yeah, I mean there's a very good chance. He turns to Victor. Do we still have the like the Dyson sphere thing, or do we?
It's on Rick.
Yeah.
I believe it was on Rick. Logan put it
Okay.
in like a big old box of containment.
Okay. Yes. Victor. That Dyson sphere. I think I'd really like to examine it. It seemed to be when I was in the presence of this crack between realms. The energy seems similar. I want to. I'm wondering if the two are connected, considering how much of an effect that sphere had with
Yeah,
that kind
well,
of magic.
I don't object, but I did go for a crazy ride the last time I held that thing, and also learned that that's supposed to be a container for a phylactery or a soul. It's supposed to be a phylactery, I think, and that's kind of beyond my mojo. I'm just a guy, and that's some high magic, world-ending sorcerer stuff, and I don't know anything about giant world-ending sorcerer stuff. But if you want to take a crack at it, go ahead.
If I can ask you about your experience. Now you met. It was sorry, above the table. It was like a monk, right? That was like living in there, essentially? Like-
There was a
It was-
priest that you guys had killed during the battle, and his soul had entered into the phylactery. And
And it was like powering it, right?
it wasn't powering it when Vaughn had used identify object on it. He had entered it, and the monk just seemed not to power it, but to just be praying to this energy source, and like observing it and being in its power. Basically, it wasn't powering it.
Okay. Okay. Well, needless. Yes, no, I'd like to examine it at some point.
Yeah, I'd go for it. Just know. It's crazy.
Oh, I saw the maggots.
Oh, there was more than that. There was a lot more than the maggots. But go ahead. I if you think that you won't be affected as I was, then go for it.
I'll try to be very careful.
So
But,
shall we?
Well,
Look, and did you have a
Yeah.
similar experience last night?
I had a short conversation with the individual who owns my soul, but that was about it.
patron
Yucky.
bros.
Are you
Hey,
in
who owns
danger?
your soul?
It seems like everybody's in danger now. There's nothing but bad news. Can I get like $1? Can I find a
I wasn't
quarter?
threatened.
Can anything good happen?
I got a promotion at work.
Yeah, there you go.
Hell,
I wasn't
Our-
threatened at all.
you just said that your boss is gone and we're gonna die.
I never said we were gonna die.
That's what I got from
You
it.
said that.
I did say that. I'm kind of psyching myself out here.
Wait, Logan, who owns your soul?
Discussion for another time on the trip, I believe. Don't worry about it right now.
It's the sword guy. Me and Logan
So,
I have
are
enough
more
of
luck
policy about
bros.
no more secrets in this group, all right?
But
No
Victor, I
more secrets.
do have
After
something
we
to
get
discuss
my
with you
wife.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think after we get Vaughn's wife, I think we should, you know, reestablish our dynamic as DNS.
No more lies.
That's what it stands for.
DNS, no more lies.
Let's get on board, huh? Let's
All
let's
right, all
depart,
right.
shall we?
All right. You guys, let's just get an official head count. The four of you, Wyatt, Camilla, Rel, Dorothea, Jake, Rick is coming along as well. Is there anybody else you guys would like to have? And I would just say, if there's any like named characters that you'd like to have, or characters that you guys have met, you have the ability to bring them on this ship. Just the amount of the capacity, you can carry them.
Victor, do you
Yeah.
want to bring William Teller?
We got Alton and Azariel, right?
Yes, they would be coming as well.
Cool.
Do you want them to travel on their own ship or be a part of you guys?
Well, considering his ship blew up last time or whatever, no, he's coming with us.
Do we want to?
Um,
We're taking the like a big ship, right? Instead of taking the vault.
Yes, it's like a
Okay.
massive
Yeah.
galleon.
Cool. Do we want to get the Knoll guy, the hyena guy who came up with Dictor?
that's a great question. I don't know where he
We
is.
did save his
actually.
life.
He's in the,
Yeah, I don't know
he's
where
in-
he is.
He's in the precinct.
Yeah, I don't feel like I can go back there. I'm not comfortable seeing Andre. I'd rather his last memory be a good one, not me being like, "Hey, taking a guy with me." Not you.
Well,
Coming back for
theore-
I think
Dictor
we should
boy.
grab the
Yeah.
hyena.
theoretically,
Yeah.
you wouldn't, because Andre would be out at that time fighting
Yeah.
collective people. So
Okay.
I mean, I feel like he knows something. I feel like I've known him for so long, and
How
my only
weird.
experience with him has been bad. But seeing him, for some reason, 2 weeks ago, in that group of people who were apparently very important, I feel like he's got a secret he's not telling us.
I think we should take as many strong tieflings as our boat can carry. We're saving their lives. We're like we've cleared them out of town. Like
And
like we should go to the head tiefling, whose name I would remember because of keen mind, although I don't have it in my notes because I'm a bad note taker.
His name is Big Lug Durka. I don't think you ever got a name.
Let me see if I've got that.
Big
Lore's
I read
dad.
that somewhere, I think.
Lore's dad, Big Lug Durka.
Yep.
So I would go to Lore Lappoldwood
Mhm.
and Big Lug Durka. See, I do have it in my notes. Oh, and Colby Fogwind. Hoo-ha!
He's a
And I
guitar.
would go to them and basically be like, hey, we're recruiting for our ship. I know we put out the alarm for everybody to leave. But we'll take how many people can we take at this point?
Comfortably 25.
We can take 25 of your strongest and most seafaring.
All right.
I have one other person.
Yeah, who's the other person?
So after the whole Ziltoid thing, the Clifford dude, he was with us, right? Or he like brought back with us.
Yep. Clifford's with you.
Yeah.
Do we want to take Clifford?
Yeah, let's take Clifford.
You have 24 of your best tieflings.
There you go.
Yeah.
What about that dope fish guy who got us into the party?
He died. Oh, well, he didn't die.
Flubala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will,
Flubala.
let's fuck 23 of your best tieflings.
You want 24 tieflings with you, because I have content that was not used, and there are tiefling pirates that are with you that I can give you their names.
Yeah, we'll take everybody, like, except for we're taking Glubala, because that's great. I think we've agreed on that.
The bouncer.
And we're taking the Knoll,
The bouncer.
right? Oh boy, that bouncer. Let me tell you
He's
what.
still tied up.
if,
He's still
uh,
waiting.
If we took that bouncer, let me tell you what, there'd be a lot of rocking on that ship, if you know what I mean. And not from Big Fish.
These would be the names of the tiefling pirates. This would be.
Oh wow, love it.
Lack of a better word, your like crew, like your lackey.
Yeah,
They would be like
yeah,
manning the ship while you guys are off and doing stuff.
yeah.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
I think that's a good idea.
It's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's 20 there, so that would give you 5 more, I believe.
Yeah. I think we agreed to Clifford, right? So that's 4 left.
Uh-huh.
I vote for the Knoll. I say we go back and get the Knoll. The hyena guy. Yeah?
Hey, you
Too
guys.
spooky. Hyena guy. Victor is not into it, but
We'll keep them separate.
Yeah.
yeah, we keep them separate.
We can put him back in jail cell.
God. We throw him back in the bridge, whatever it's called, brig. So we've got 4 left, 3 left, 3 left. Did we want to take Glubala? Like, that was a fun offer, but like he's a traitor, right?
He's a diplomat.
Like
Yeah,
he's a diplomat. I think, and a spy, right? Like,
It's not really necessary.
I don't think we need him. I think
You don't
he would
think we
have his
should?
own way out.
I will also say you have the person that Kel talked to, the relic trader, who had the lead on Saint Maud's relics.
Right.
oh,
I mean, I don't know if Kel's kind of an opportunist. And so to have a magic item salesperson and find
Person,
her out of the
yeah.
picture person, like out of the picture, would kind of be beneficial to him, as dark as that is.
Hmm. Is the fairy person could get out by herself, right? What was her name?
Hold on, it's in the chat.
Wasn't it Lady
Dratchute?
Dracoon or
No.
whatever?
No, that was the Thrycreen. Freaky,
Duchess
freaky in it.
Drykel of Shirok.
Right. She probably has a way out, right?
I mean, in defense of what's her name that we were just talking about, having someone who knows like how to find magic items, especially like I guess in Kel's situation, like he would be thinking of trying to find magical items, knowing that there's like some sort of connection to what we witnessed on the island with the steampunk stuff. Oh, actually, I just changed my mind. What about Montgomery?
Oh.
Who's
Would you like to
that?
take-
He's the guy who's like, yeah,
He made
the-
factory.
Inventor.
yeah.
Yeah.
He made the phylactery. I don't.
He made the Dyson sphere. I don't know because I lied to him, to his face about many things.
We don't lie here anymore. We're
Yeah,
honest.
no more lies.
That was before I got these new pants. All right.
Can we bring okay. We've got all these pirates, right? That's gonna man our ship, and we've got these spaces. I'm a little iffy on Montgomery. Can we bring people who couldn't make it out of the town without us? Like the legless, or people who are disoriented from
those
drug use or something like that.
A lot of people are leaving through West Athens merchant ships.
Okay.
West Athens has recently put up a trading thing here, and seeing and just hearing like the Exterminatus Order, they are going to leave, and they are not so evil as to just fuck everybody and leave. They're gonna take people, especially because they're a public company. They want that goodwill.
Okay.
I do have something I want to do before we leave.
Okay.
Not out of goodwill though.
He's gonna kill William Tell.
Oh no. Do you need help with what you're gonna do?
My pride is saying no, but my mind is telling me yes.
Okay. I'm gonna need some healing if that's the case, because I'm.
I can't heal you, but I can do everything else.
Logan can join because I have a thing that might benefit Victor as well.
All right. Cool.
What do you
I've
think,
only got
he's
2
too
spell slots though, so I can only
subterfuge?
bring 1 person with me.
Let's get this head count
Yeah.
underway first before we
Yeah.
head out.
Okay.
If we've got space, if you guys take Montgomery, if that's a choice that you want to make, then I'm gonna take the sexy bodyguard. He's
I have no-
able-bodied. He can
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
I've
He's a
got
bouncer,
no,
like, he's a
um,
big orc guy. He probably
I-
makes 4 bits
I
of
just-
pirate.
I just picture Vaughn showing up and being like, "Come with me. You've come for me, Vaughn."
He's still.
Yeah.
Wait, untie me first. It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah,
No
I've just been
circulation
stuck.
in my hands. His hands are purple.
He was massive when we met him, but now he's like stick thin. His body's just eating away his muscle mass.
He's got 6 strength now.
You open the door and just, Vaughn, is that you?
I know you like to wait, but
It's been 2 weeks. Please, someone untie me.
I should have water out now.
Oh man. Okay. Are you guys taking Montgomery?
We can. He might be useful, but
I think,
I think he'd be
one more
useful.
after that. I think there's one more. Right.
there's Gertie, the potion guy. But I don't know how
Take
good he would be with
Gertie.
us.
Let's take Gertie.
Gertie.
He had a potion that let Victor see God. So
Well, I
it was,
saw
it was,
God.
it was Kel, I think, right?
Yeah, Kel saw the sun god.
oh, it's-
Yeah, Kel.
I saw a
No,
completely
okay,
different
okay.
god than I'm used
I
to.
saw me.
yeah,
Look at do Gertie.
Gertie was cool.
yeah. Let's go with Gertie.
All right.
Isn't he a werewolf?
He is
Yeah.
a lycanthrope werewolf guy.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, very cool.
That's pretty sexy, right, Vaughn?
Werewolves?
Yeah.
Not into furry shit. More fish people, which is why I was pushing for Globula so hard.
Furry shit? Ugh.
You would have loved Prince Sidon in Breath of the Wild.
If that's all the people, then I have no objections.
Yeah. Does somebody have a final head count? As long so we have, like with everybody. So I think that would be those people.
Gertie?
Bodyguard or Gertie?
So that leaves. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That's good.
Cool.
Any business on the island before you guys head out? Let's get out of
I will do mine last.
Everybody's good.
Yeah.
We're gonna kill Big Willie. All right. Let's go for it. Okay.
Alright. So Locum's coming with me, right?
I think everybody's coming with you, dude.
If everyone's coming with me? Fuck
Oh, we
yeah,
all gotta
alright.
come with you.
I just need to be
I was gonna
healed. Is the one thing.
We can short rest. And also take 5 so I
Yeah.
can pee real fast.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Just
short
so you guys
rest.
know, you guys are coming up on the end of the session.
Oh, that's right.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
it's almost 10. Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
cool with not running an encounter on this, and just have Victor describe how he completely obliterates this thieves guild
Yeah.
as his last act on this island
Yeah, yeah.
In 5 minutes.
in 5 minutes.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Cool. I need to
yeah.
Jesus Christ, that was it's so sad. Oh my God. That's so fun. That's so sad. Oh man. Shit.
The positive here is technically you don't need to do like mini off sessions. You can continue the story for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but like, fuck, man. I like Andre. He's really cool.
Mhm.
Fuck.
Yeah, Andre was cool. Andre was really
Are you gonna
cool.
make a new character over your maybe?
I already have a. I'll.
Oh,
We can
shit.
either talk after this real quick, or I have an idea. I'll run it by you.
Fuck.
Cool.
Yeah, I like Andre. He's so
Uh,
cool. I was like,
Damn.
Yeah.
I was hoping for Oathbreaker Andre. I was gonna be
hoping
honest.
for Oathbreaker 'cause we.
I thought. Yeah.
I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
We talked about, me and Tom. We were like, what, let's go into the more Andre in his order. We had talked for a little bit. and I'd asked like, oh, what's his Oathbreaker like? Because I was like, oh, that's would be a cool thing to explore. And I thought, oh, this would be something we get Oathbreaker Andre. Nope. Fuck. That's.
In
Even,
some ways, you are getting on like Oathbreaker Andre as his last acts of like, here's what you can do essentially while I'm
Yeah.
off.
Oh,
Shit. Yeah.
God.
Fuck. Okay.
Listen,
Damn.
I mean, it's very memorable. You'll have this for the whole campaign of what the fuck.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's good like story. I think it's good story.
And it'll be left
Yeah.
off because it's up to you in the end whether he is killed or.
yeah. Shit.
But we can chat after this for a sec or whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear that
Yeah.
Victor Rip and Tear Thieves Guild.
All right. So how much rule of cool do I get for this? Because I can go pretty far. Because I have a lot of things I can do.
Hold on. I'm putting on.
Do you remember that pinned message I sent you
Yeah.
a while ago?
Go as rule as cool as you want. I turned
Okay.
on the Doom soundtrack, so when I record this, I can listen to this and just rip everybody.
All right. So I'm gonna excuse myself. I'll be back in a little bit. And I'm gonna make my way to where the Thieves Guild was. And I'll knock on the door.
Normally there'd be guards out here, but they have evacuated their post, and the door's left locked.
I guess I'm gonna pick the lock, huh?
Pick that lock.
Alright. What is it? Is it sleight of hand?
Yep.
Cool. Damn it. I cannot get in. I got a natural one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a lucky die. Do it again. Get me in there! 26.
You are in. The door slides open
Alright.
easily.
Alright. Is anybody in front of me?
You see two people to your backs towards you as they are loading up cargo out to leave through this door.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of walk behind them and see that they're busy. Pull out 2 daggers, and as I walk up behind them, stab them through the back at the same time. I want to pull them in. Big Willie says you're fired. I want to pull them down.
They fall down this massive drop, like this 11-story drop, all the way to the bottom.
Right. And then I'm gonna cast Locate Object.
Okay.
One of my second level spells, and I want to find the rings that I gave Big Willie.
Okay. Seeing this, you cast this spell, and there's a strong, like, light blue energy at the very bottom of this, like, drop, this spiral drop, all the way down.
Alright. I'm gonna start making my way down. Kind of being stealthy, but also not really caring, because I'm seeing, like, there's chaos about, right? Like, everybody's doing their own thing.
Everybody's moving stuff and trying to get out of Angkor Bay.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna walk down, not look at anybody. Just gonna follow the trail that Locate Object is doing until I can see Big Willie.
You reach the bottom, just slip past. Some people recognize you, but they don't say anything because they're just trying to get ready to leave. So you're at the bottom. You see Big Willie surrounded by his cohort and everybody who's trying to advise him on what to do and get out. There's about 10 people here, and they're all looking over this massive table.
Alright. A 1 into 2 and invisibility.
Okay. You just instantly invisible. Burn one of your cards, and you're just gone, invisible.
Alright. I kind of want to walk into the center and then go off to the side and just really ominously go, Big Willie.
Big Willie looks around a little confused. He heard it. He doesn't know where it came from though.
Alright, I'm gonna run to the other side of the room,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say, don't you know the story of Higdon Creek?
He looks like in your exact direction, but doesn't see through the visibility. Like he just like he knows something's there, but he's like, what is?
Alright, I'm gonna run to the other side of the room.
Okay.
I met a man with no shoes on his feet. Then
He little more panicked now as he's trying to figure out what's going on. He's telling people to like stop talking.
a dagger in his hand. He peered at me, said, "You'd better run, boy, and not be seen with me."
He is definitely enraged now as he's trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Everyone is looking around too.
Alright. He killed a few up at Higdon Creek and tossed them in the deep old water for the fish to eat.
Everybody is afraid.
Alright. Lest you want to share the same fate, man, you should have seen the look on his face.
Big Willie just calls out. He starts to like shout out names of people he's wrong.
When he said, "Deep water, won't you pull me under? Won't you pull me closer to the end?" I'm gonna run behind him.
He shouts out your name as he's like, "This is the last guy like I can think of."
And I wanna like get real close, like almost whispering in his ear, and I wanna say, "Won't you cleanse my bloody hands?" And I'm gonna stab him through the back.
Yeah, you just fucking stab right through him. Like the blade just comes all the way out of him, like just shot out. Blood gets everywhere on his friends and the cohort on the table.
And I'm gonna have, while he does that, I wanna make sure that the blade pierces the chain, take the ring. I wanna put his face into the table. I wanna pull his pants down. I'm gonna run for it.
Everybody is just too shocked and scared to run after you, and everybody just disbands and starts running away.
I get to the top, slamming the door shut, and I'm running for the ship.
All right. Does anybody else have anything, or is Victor running on the dock to jump on the ship and leave?
I think that's it.
Yeah, I'm
then,
running.
right?
Yeah, I think we're
I'm
going.
going.
All right. Andre,
Yes.
what's your last action that you would like to do?
Is this post fighting the collective forces or?
We'll say I'll give you a thing you want to do pre-fighting, a thing you do while you're fighting, and a thing you do while you wait for the Exterminatus order.
Pre-fighting, he essentially takes any record of the party and certain people within the town and has it destroyed. As he goes around, last thing he does pre-fighting, gets his men ready and says, regardless of what's going to happen in our future, we have a duty to uphold. And then leads them out to the collective fight.
All right. You go to the collective palace, and it's just like the order forces just come through, just come through and just annihilate everybody there. You kill everybody that you're wanting to kill. I'm assuming there's no prisoners. Just everybody's dead.
Yeah, I would say, I don't know if it'd be like, I'd say with some of the stuff they have, it's probably, we've lost a significant amount too. But everyone that was with me was willing to go and die at at a minimum.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just a really chaotic mess. I think during it, he might even catch a few glimpses here and there of like the party getting like sees like through a cathedral window, like the ship moving down towards the shore, and he just kind of smiles, and as he just gets back to hacking apart these forces.
Alright.
And then post as it's all said and done, kind of has the men kind of get back and start. They put fire to the cathedral. His second in whoever is acting as his second in command kind of tells them, take the men back and get them a meal fitting heroes. As he walks down towards the dock, and I think the ending would be, as the sun starts to set, he sees off in the distance, this ship sailing away with Rick kind of towing its wake, as he kind of smiles to himself. And, as he does that, a whisper behind him, and so the order is carried out, or something like that.
Okay. In the coming weeks, it takes to gather the Order's forces to carry out this exterminatus order. About 4 days pass. Everybody in the Order at Ikora Bay is just waiting. What's the general mood of everybody? Do they know this order is coming? Have you told them?
Yeah, I would say after a few days, Andre tells everyone and lets them decide for themselves whether they wish to stay or break their oath and try and leave. Kind of with a renewed focus, I realize that life can be tricky and we shouldn't all adhere to one simple path. I had a friend once tell me that we're all on our own path, and today is your choice to make one, and then kind of lets them decide.
About half of them do leave, disregarding their oaths, but respecting Andre as a leader, a good leader, as a leader who let them make their own decisions and what's best for them.
He has anyone that chooses to leave, he does his best to essentially erase them, like their presence, that they were there.
Yeah, you are successful in destroying any documents that they were there. For all intents and purposes, they either died in the battle or they never worked there. They were gone.
Yeah.
Um,
He just spends the rest of the time kind of somber with the men that are around him, kind of trying to make the most of what time they have left.
Okay. I will say the Exterminatus order comes, and with that nat 20 that Victor got and what Exterminatus means, it is fulfilled to the highest extent. It is a mission successful coming home. You at the order, just for Andre, you see Delphine and Jamet there, knowing that the order was not given by anybody else but like the highest position there. Nobody wanted this to happen, but just from the unknown power that had came and consumed Angkor Bay for the month that you were there, it was extremely unusual, and there was no questions asked in regards to the order, as in no one thought against it. There was no vetoing or anything. It was given out diligently and done. But no one takes pride in it. It's not like a successful witch hunt or was the last action taken by Andre while the would you guys fight against the order, or did you just lay down and basically did you kill yourself before the order came?
No, I think Andre would have. I think again he would have given the people a choice. You will die today one way or another, but choose the way you want to go, and then kind of let them. He wouldn't kill himself. He would just kind of wait in his office for whoever to come.
Okay. We'll leave Andre there then.
All right.
Yeah, that's the session, guys.
Fucking grim.
Damn.
Yeah, nothing bodes well for the start of a week than a character agreeing to die at the hands of his own order. Yeah.
Matt, it's gonna be a new 2024, guys.
Oh,
What the hell?
I'm starting my new year after tonight. I'm doing
Yeah,
it.
For
God.
my New Year.
Wait, so give us the full lowdown on Andre. Like, what were character secrets that we didn't know about? Like, give us the deets.
Maybe he's
I
not dead yet.
cannot, because of an idea I have.
Oh shit.
Okay.
wait, are you, hold on. Wait. Let me message you.
Wait. God.
I messaged you something.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck! Okay. Yeah. That's sick. Okay.
Some real tomfoolery to be had. Okay.
Oh.
This was one of my many backups in case. For there is always another story.
Wow.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah, we'll set up a time and talk. All right. Yeah. Sick. Do you mind if I share that document I have for Andre with everybody, just so they can see? Oh wait, no, I guess I can't. Shit.
Yeah, probably not. I can. Let me go through it tomorrow. I'll remove certain things, and then
Oh
I'll
my
leave
God.
some things in
Okay.
that you can then share
Okay, that's cool.
if that works for
Sneaky
you.
Fox.
Oh. Damn. Okay.
He's sneaky.
All right.
I just like telling stories, man. I can't help it.
Oh. Okay. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be really good.
Oh, it's gonna be so fun.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
God.
excited.
If it's an identical twin thing, I swear to God, I'm gonna leave this fucking group.
Hello, my name is Damien. My brother Andre is supposed to be here. Where is he? I look exactly like him and am height and build, but we have different dispositions. I'm cheery all the time.
And I have this accent that places us at two different places for the entirety of our lives. Yeah. God.
Man, okay, so you guys have a lot of stuff to think about. I'm
Oh
gonna say we're
yeah.
gonna continue with the story. I will be recording the session, so you can watch them
Mm-hmm.
after. But we will be
Cool.
continuing the story, and I'm assuming you guys are traveling to your new area of Vondril or Vonder, whatever.
Then we gotta save
Wow.
somebody's
Fuck.
wife.
Vintervon to find Von's wife.
Gotta find his wife. No lies.
Gotta find that wife. No lies. No more lies.
No more
more
lies.
TNS. No
I
more
love-
lies.
My favorite part of all this is that technically, I know Nick had to step away for a second, but like Loken kind of knows that you're 100% lying in front of everyone, but was like,
Yeah.
all good.
No more lies.
Well, like, so the way I think about my relationship with Loken is we spent the entire time navigating on the bridge when we first stole the ship, when we were kind of running away, right? It's like that time we kind of like played through really quickly. right?
Mhm.
But I don't necessarily have those 2 days with anybody else, you know?
Yeah. I want to bring up
So
Loken totally just didn't tell Victor where his wife was.
I didn't tell
am
anybody
gonna
about my dream
DM
either.
him after the session. That was the plan. It was like, oh, I'm gonna discuss something with you later.
Okay, okay. On the boat.
On the boat. Okay.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, we can.
kind of happy because like Victor was like, so you guys all have really weird dreams. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, so you guys have a lot of new stuff to do. Just to recap, going to get Vaughn's wife, going to find the form
Mhm.
chart, doing Tell's stuff. I think that's the big three you have right now, and also possibly going to the ceaseless battle.
And also seeing what the hell that armada means.
Oh yeah, you're
yeah.
being pursued by the Black Armada from.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right.
Man, it's
Lucky
never a
guys.
dull moment with
No,
GNS.
not with this crew.
I've got a cool dragon friend.
Yeah, that dragon.
God. Yeah, your eternal dragon. I love the description of like it scratching his face and like a pool of his present, past, and future being there. I thought that was very cool. I thought it was very cool. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
anyway,
Anyway, y'all. Shit.
I think
Okay.
Victor needs to learn about religion because at this point he should be proficient in this shit. He's not.
Oh man.
I think being religious is different than praying to God for your own survival, right? Like
I think
you don't necessarily need to know about that. Anyway, I'm going to bed, y'all. Have a good night.
Yeah. Have a
See
good
All right.
night.
ya.
Are we playing next
Yeah.
week
Bye.
or the week after?
We're playing both weeks. We're back in it.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys should be
Yeah,
fine to
cool.
play
Perfect.
because
We'll be back.
you
in
know
it.
no Andre was holding you.
No
Happy
Andre.
design.
He is not in the party.
All
Yeah.
right.
So,
All right.
All
Guys.
right. Goodbye.
All right.
all right. See ya.
Yeah.
See ya.